are really deteriorating or not. And at the same time, we'd be looking at the other side of the mandate. We could be in a position of having to balance those two things, which is, of course, a difficult balancing judgment that we'd have to make.
On that point about balancing, I mean, you've mentioned that the committee would consider how far the economy is from each goal and the time it would take to kind of get back to that point. But what does that mean in practice? I mean, how much of that assessment will be rooted in a forecast versus data dependence?
It would be a combination of the two. I mean, let's just say this would be a complicated and challenging judgment that we would have to make. Yeah, we're not in this situation, but the situation is if the two goals are in tension. So let's say that unemployment is moving up in an uncomfortable way, and so is inflation. Not the situation we're in, hypothetically, but we would look at how far they are from the goals, how far they're expected to be from the goals, what's the expected time to get back to their goals. We'd look at all those things and make a difficult judgment, and that's in our framework. It's always been in our thinking. You know, we haven't faced that question in a very long time. So again, difficult judgment to make, and not one that we face today, and we may never face it, but you know, we have to be keeping it in our thinking now.
Thank you. Edward Lawrence with Fox Business. So we had the CPI report that came out that showed month over month the first decrease in inflation in about 3 years. The jobs report, you said, solid, that we saw. At the same time, we have those new tariffs that we're living under. So given this, should the Federal Reserve be cutting rates at all this year?
You know, it's going to depend. I think you have to just take a step back and realize this is why we are where we are. Is you know, we're going to need to see how this evolves. There are cases in which it would be appropriate for us to cut rates this year. There are cases in which it wouldn't, and we just don't know until we know more about how this is going to settle out and what the economic implications are for employment, for.
Oh my gosh. So I sold off my 555 puts and I left a good 20 more bucks on the table, but it's kind of crazy right now. So about 6 minutes ago, I bought 2 contracts at 34 cents for the 555 put. A couple minutes later, I was like, you know what? 10 bucks, 25%, I'll take one. And that would let me have a little bit more room on the second one to let it move around a little bit, right? Like I could lose 10 bucks in the second one, be break even, right? And so then I waited till I could double the second one. I just got out. And so, okay, so, you know, I guess it was a smart move because at this point you could see it's starting to battle back and rally up. First of all, this is just for entertainment purposes only, not for financial advice or anything like that. It's just that some traders, they always show you, like the ones that are trying to sell you programs, they always show you how well they're doing, you know, when they make trades. But they usually pick the days where it's like a big news event. Today is a big news event. JPOW is talking today, and so they're going to show you, look at my system, and it's just effing luck sometimes, right? You kind of wait. You kind of know that at some point when he's talking, there's going to be a move either way, 50-50. You never know how the market's going to react. You just start, you know, especially during the question and answer period, and he starts taking questions because the reporters set him up, right? They want to be hard hitting, they want to know stuff or whatever, and so they put him in a situation where he has to answer something, and the market doesn't like it, and so that started, that's when it started tanking. Now, the reason why I bought it's something amazing in my technical analysis or anything. It was just that it just started top lining, right? I mean, oh, good Lord. Let's see. Here we go. All right. You could just see that it was just not breaking above 560, right? It was bouncing against it, a little wicks for price rejection. Okay. Now, this could be a floor. It probably was just going to drop right through, right? But and there it goes. And I got to be okay with that, right? Because now it's in like this. Yeah, there it goes. Damn it. All right. It's in this range here. There's a few bars here sitting at this. Yeah, I could be now they're up to, holy crap. All right, now they're up to okay, no, it got pushed back. But for a second, it was up to like $80. I was looking at my phone and it's got pushed back in. But when it hit here, it literally on my phone said $80. Um, so there we go. That's all. I just wanted to share the trade. I do have losers that are at play. I mean, I'll just show you them. So, like, I bought these XP XS calls, betting that the market would dip. I kind of break even. I bought them for $3. I could sell them for probably two. Sorry about that flashing. I actually added to my VIXich position. I'm down, you know, I bought them at 17, so I'm down. I mean, it's not like they always win. I did pick up a couple long-term Google leaps when Google dipped, but that's kind of it. It's not like it's not like I always win. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm one of those guys. I'm always right. No, I screw up. I just don't show them as much, I guess. I could show them if you want. And now look, now the market's bouncing back. JPOW's still speaking, and it pushed up from here. And if you had your day trades, if you could move quickly, you would have sold here. You would have maybe thought this is the opportunity to buy, get back up and ride it up. And that's what some guys do. They do this and they make money. But this is JPOW day. This is a good day to take a bet, kind of, in my opinion. Once again, not financial advice. Now take a look. Those 555 puts that I had right here, they're just getting wrecked now. Right now they're down to $20. They're just getting destroyed. Earlier, I was looking at calls. I was looking at maybe the 565 calls. They aren't doing that great either. It's just too far away. But here are the calls, and they're moving. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to share my trade. Um, you can't stay in these things too long, right? Take profit when you can, because you're just a small fish in the market, and the market's always right, and you're always, whatever you think doesn't really effing matter, right? I mean, it's what the market thinks. So there you go. Uh, Not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. Thanks for watching.